Because time is going by so fast. You have very limited time in this physical reality to experience things. And you know what your favorite thing to do is? Your favorite thing to do is close your eyes, shut yourself out of this physical reality to go somewhere else. Oh, I love my sleep. What about if we can say, hey, I love my life? This is life is here. Sleep is other dimension. Life is the thing that's limited. Other dimension, you'll forever be in. You'll forever be in. Trust me, when you leave this dimension, you'll go in a different dimension anyway. So you'll forever be in. Some people, they love their sleep. This is sleep outside dimension. This is awake in this dimension. Let me ask you this question, okay? How many of you have had something you really wanted to do, like something that was so enjoyable that day, that lack of sleep didn't matter to you because you were like, oh my God, today's so fun. That's interesting. Now that's interesting. Because what does that mean? Well, actually, sleep didn't matter as much the night before. Why? Because life mattered more in this moment. Life was more interesting than sleep in this moment. So my question for you is really to consider this. What if we can design a life where every day could be that way? Every day is thrilling. So much that sleep doesn't even, don't want that today. Don't need that much. Now let me tell you something, right? We have 8-hour sleepers, okay? We have 7-hour sleepers. We have 6-hour sleepers. It's a very twisted thing if you think about it. It's like this. Right? Think about it. Right? How many of you have ever had this before? It doesn't matter whether you're 8-hour sleeper, 9-hour sleeper, 5-hour sleeper, it doesn't matter what it is. You have the set time that you usually sleep, okay? How many of you have ever had it before where you've set your alarm for that usual 8-hour or whatever it is, but something woke you up 15 minutes early? Right? Right? Just how many of you have ever just been woken up 15 minutes early and you say, no, I'm lacking that 15 minutes. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Just be honest here, right? Now that is screwed up. If you really think about it, it's really screwed up because no. And what happens? That's not the problem. The problem is the whole entire day. Is it not? It's kind of, people ask you like late on in the day at 5 o'clock, what happened? I didn't get my 8 hours last night. It's like, how much did you lack? 15 minutes. It's like, what? And it just screwed up your whole day? Yes, that's what happens. I don't know why it is. It just happens, right? Let me tell you something. I know it's all in your mind. How do I know? Because I was the 8-hour sleeper, right? Now, this is the interesting thing. How screwed up is this? You haven't thought about this before. Right? How many of you are, whether you're a 6-hour sleeper, 7-hour sleeper, 8-hour sleeper, right? How many of you ever overslept before? How many of you have overslept before? Let me ask you a question. Did you wake up with immense energy? How did you feel? So it comes 5 p.m. again, you go with your friend, they say, what's wrong with you? I overslept last night. It's like, what? Wait there a second. You sleep too little, and then, you have no energy. You sleep more, you have no energy. It's like, wow, this is a very interesting thing you have. What does that give us the consciousness to understand? It gives us the consciousness to understand, actually, sleep is not the thing that gives us energy. What I'm saying is, more sleep doesn't give us energy, right? Like what we were saying before, does rest? Yes, we need to rest, and then we can go back on. Let me tell you something. Actually, every single one of you, within 3 months, could be, right? Now it will sound like, this will sound horrible when I say it, okay? I know. Before you pull your face, I know what it's going to sound like, okay? But every single one of you, within 3 months, could move to a 4-hour sleep cycle and be full of energy than more than ever before. You could. Every single one of you, within 3 months. It will take 3 months to transition, right? But every single one of you have the ability to do that. And you won't feel it. You won't be like, oh, I'm lacking sleep. It won't be. You will actually, every 4 hours, you just be like, I'm actually just wide awake, right? But that all has to do with your energy. That's why you have a lot of yogis, they only sleep 4 hours, right? You will actually have this. Because actually, for human, 4 hours is okay. But what does that mean? It means that if you are sleeping 4 hours, you're already superhuman. You are. I mean, I'm not saying superhuman as in, okay, let's go fly. It's not like that. I'm saying you're already up. You're not average. Because the average person isn't doing that. What does it require to be superhuman? superhuman practices. What does this mean? Well, if you're throwing that sugar and carb and everything the way you throw it down usually, then probably it's going to be tough also. So diet needs changing. If you don't exercise your body, your energy is not flowing, then 4 hours sleep is going to be very tough for you. Do you get what I'm saying? But if everything is intact with your health, with your body, with your diet, with all your energy, everything is intact and everything is flowing, actually, everybody, 4 hours, you have more than enough time. It's like that. Now you're probably thinking, but why on earth would anybody want to do that? To live life more. To do more in this limited physical reality. That's not a good enough excuse for you. You only get, what, 70, 80, 90 years, 100 years? You don't think that passes by so quickly? How many recognize time passes by so quickly? Right? Let me tell you something. When I speak about this, I know about 0.01% of the room will try to do something about it. I know that. Because it's not very appealing right now. You get what I'm saying? It's not like, ooh, that sounds so good, right? But once you start understanding life for what it actually is, and hopefully by day 3, it'll raise your consciousness a little bit more to why you are here, why we do what we do, why we put on this planet, what happens next. Maybe at that time, then you may want to consider certain practices like this. You see? Whenever I say throughout this event, whenever I refer to average people, I want you to say, I'm not average. Average people. Average people. I want you to condition your mind to understand that you're not average. You already show up. You're dedicating a weekend to personal development. How many people in this world can say they're doing that this weekend? Do you get what I'm saying? Maybe a lot of them are dedicated to partying. You say, how do I know? How do I know this for me? You're already the chosen one. Universe chose you to be here. They put so many things in sequence for you to be here. To listen to this message. But how do I know this message is for me? Because you're here.